What's going on, Gules? Welcome back to BLAUGRANA Zone. So glad to be here with you today. Got the shades on today, celebrating, obviously too late, but fantastic game today. Not a fantastic first half, but a almost perfect second half that allowed us to have this great 5-0 win against Elche, a team that on their day, when they're good, when all their cylinders are firing, they can be a problematic team. But thankfully, we took care of business today. We're gonna start with the lineup today. Rafinha was in the striker position. We saw that against Al Ahly. We saw that, excuse me, against Basel, and it's been working for us. Okay, so wasn't too shocked to see that. Adeyemi on the left, Fermin Lopez in the middle, Lamine Yamal on the right side. We had the Gavi Bernal project going today. Xavi Espar on the left, Gerard Martin Christensen, our center backs, and Eric Garcia on the right, with Joan Garcia as the goalie, obviously. Okay, so Rafinha, great game. Okay, he got our scoring started early with a penalty. Clear foul from Elche. I believe the defender was Chust. I think he fouled Rafinha in the box, and I was watching the game at a bar, and even the people who were around me that weren't Barcelona fans were like, "Oh, that's just a shitty penalty to give away." Bonehead decision from Elche. But Rafinha, cool, calm, and collected, takes the penalty, which the goalie actually guessed correctly. Dituro guessed correctly. The shot he just couldn't get to it quick enough, but he guessed the right side. Counts for whatever you want. Rafinha, great penalty. Adeyemi, fantastic goal. Adeyemi actually surprised me today with his showing. Not because he's like a bad player or anything, but he looked much more comfortable than I thought he would look, because there's a learning curve when you're in a different league, right? But the players that we get are obviously class, because these are the kind of performances that we can pump out without that much continuity as a team yet. So good goal from Adeyemi. The second half we opened up. When Lamine got subbed out, you can tell that there was something different in the team. We not that we woke up, but we were seeing some more fire in the team, and that's not to say that it was because of Lamine, but I think that may have allowed some more freedom in the team. And I think it's just like that Lamine is trying to play hero ball sometimes. He's trying to be the number 10 that, bags the goals and has the highlights, and like a Messi, but it wasn't really Messi wasn't hunting for it. The ball was just coming to Messi, and Messi was just kind of magic like that, which sounds insane, but it's really true. Fermin Lopez, his goals came late in the game. Two absolutely fantastic goals. But before that was Rafinha's third. Rafinha's third goal was absolute class. He hits the little the Julian Alvarez celebration, which I was hype. I'm not gonna lie, I was very hype. Fermin Lopez, both his goals were super clean. The assist actually came from Anthony Gordon, so I'm sure it's got to mess with Lamine's head a bit to be subbed out for Anthony Gordon, and then Anthony Gordon goes on to make 2 assists, I'm pretty sure he got. So I can't imagine that feels good at all for Lamine. And I'm really excited for how this team is going to turn out. We haven't even seen Rodri yet. We've just seen cameos of players like Pedri came in for Gavi. As I mentioned before, Anthony Gordon came in for Lamine. We saw Danny Olmo cameo for Adeyemi, so I thought that was a good showing from him. João Cancelo came in for Rafinha, which always trips me out when a defender goes in for an attacking player. But obviously, we're just looking to close out the game, keep our clean sheet. Koundé coming in for Marc Bernal. I liked Marc Bernal's game. I thought he looked much better today than he did low-key in the preseason. Gavi just annoyed me all around today, man. It's so hard to root for Gavi sometimes. And I like to back up Gavi. Like, he gets so much shit. And it's not that it's fun to rage bait people with Gavi, but I'm aware that Gavi's not going to be a star for us, right? He'll be a bench player, really. He started today, but the showing was not great, okay? He was more of a rage baiter on the pitch, right? And it really showed in his lack of performance. It showed in the injury he got. It was a stupid injury. He got injured attacking a different player, an opposition player. And if that's going to be like his priority to do these kind of boneheaded moves that end up in him getting injured, then it might just be better to bench him, right? Which is not something that you want to do with this kind of player who's come through our academy system, who we've kind of harnessed as a fan base. Like, we hoisted this guy up, and it's kind of sad. It's not sadder than Ansu Fati, but it's starting to be in some murky waters. And I don't want to say it off of one game, but sample size is growing, brother. Let me see. Xavi Esbar, good game from him, okay, but he's just a short guy, so I would like him to be more physical defensively, right? I need you to kind of have a little more Gavi in you, right? Because he's a good defender, but there were just some plays where Sangare and all these guys are getting right past him, and they're just flicking the ball over him and running around him. So, being the short guy that Xavi Esbar is, although is he even that short, or does he just look like that on TV? Because obviously, I don't know how tall he is. I've never met the man. He's 5'9". Look, God bless him, but we're the same height, brother. We're not that tall. So I think I would just like to see him be more physical. Gerard Martin held it down. Christensen, honestly, he surprised me with his performance today. He was so solid. I was so glad to see that we can have an Unk on the team that can, have some continuity with the squad, the starting squad. And it's just good to see Christensen, man. Championship DNA, holding it down defensively for us. I can't complain about him. Eric Garcia had some great defensive stoppages today. He had some great clearances. Particularly, there was a play where I'm not sure the player from Elche. Might have been Nino, it might have been Morente, but he was clear on goal, brother. He was clear on goal, and Eric Garcia just swooped in out of nowhere. I don't even think the cameraman was expecting Eric. Like, the angle wasn't even ready for Eric Garcia to be there. So the fact that he kind of just swooped in and stopped him as he was shooting, obviously ended up in a corner against us, but I'll take a million corners over that player scoring, right? Because I'm obviously particularly glad that we kept this clean sheet, okay? The clean sheet means a lot to us. I think that we can go many games without, losing and have, a long winning streak. I don't want to say that we're going to go this season unbeaten, but, brother, that would be absolutely incredible. At least, some ties, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that we're going to go 5-0 every game, but, hey, if we can keep up performances like this, the haram ball teams, if we can keep them out from scoring, I think we'll be in fantastic hands. Great cameos, like I said, from our guys, Gordon and Adeyemi. So glad to see them get, scoring and assisting in this game. I hope to see that so much more from them. And if this is the performance we get from the players that we overpaid for, I can't wait to see Rodri, man. Because if we overpaid for Rodri, brother, he's going to drop a generational performance in La Liga this season. And I can't wait to collect the tears. To watch this game in person and to have actual Barca haters around me and to see the tears in 4K IRL, absolutely class. Thank you to the squad for dropping this 5-0 performance. Thank you guys, for commenting down below what you think about the game from today. Who was your man of the match? To me, it was Fermin. Obviously, Rafinha got it, and I can agree with that, but Fermin to me was everywhere, okay? And I think having two strong, CDMs kind of behind him, having two players that can that he can rely on, kind of enhanced Fermin, right? Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. It really enhanced his game. I thought he was everywhere today, so that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y Visca Barça.